So listen, I have a little ride left in the car. So I want to tell you a little story about a situation that I experienced this week. So this week I had a scheduled meeting with a salesperson that has been attempting to sell an item or items to me. And I got a chance to review the products, did some research, and got a chance to finally make a decision about what I wanted versus what I didn't want. And so prior to our scheduled meeting, I sent him an email. And in the email, it outlined what I wanted to purchase. Very, very clear in my email. You know, my email was written. I did some edits to the email. I proofread the email. I had the cute little bullets in the email. I had some bold. I had some underlines so that we could both be on the same page when we got ready for the meeting. He could see what I wanted, and it was very, very clear, because me dealing with him for the past few months, he is a talker. He loves to talk about the business at hand, and then he kind of goes to left field. So, you know, the way my schedule is set up, I ain't got time to be on the phone talking with you. I want to go ahead and, you know, let's take care of this business. So I sent him the email prior to our meeting so we can both be on the same page. Not only is he a talker, but he likes to upsell. You know, I mean, that he's doing his job. I understand that he got to do his job. I understand that. However, don't upsell me, because I already know what I want. I already know what I don't want. I don't upsell, don't side sell, don't diagonal sell, don't down sell. I mean, none of that. Come on, I got stuff to do. So I knew he was going to do me like, you know, like he's tried to do in the past. So I was very, very clear and very meticulous in this email that when we meet this week, this is what I want to do. So you can go ahead and send me the DocuSign, all of that. I had laid it out like Thanksgiving dinner. So we get in the scheduled meeting, and he starts in on his whole little sales pitch. So I let him talk, because I said, well, maybe there's something new here going on. Maybe they just rolled out a new product or something. He wants to see if I'm even interested in it. And so I let him talk, you know, for a couple of minutes. And then I started looking at my watch. I'm like, oh, no, we about to head here. So I said, hey, listen, did you get my email? So he said, yeah, I got your email. And he tried to get a few more words in. I said, hey, excuse me. Did you read my email? Because, you know, there's a difference between the two, like big difference. So I said, did you read it? So he said, yeah, I read the email. And so that really even concerned me even more, because I'm like, this dude got my email. So I'm like, no, he's not. I know he is not getting ready to just continue on this path. And I have already, I was very, very clear. Even at the start of the meeting, I was very clear to let him know I don't have a lot of time. Let's go ahead and take care of this business. Not being rude, but, you know, being assertive. I'm like clear. I really don't have a lot of time. Thank you for your time. I mean, just kind of patted the beginning of the meeting so he can know that we need to, you know, take care of this business. And so he continued on as if I didn't say anything. And so that really, really concerned me, really got, I'm almost to the point at this point where I'm like really, really mad, because now you wasting my time, and you disrespectful, and you selfish, and you want what you want out this deal, and haven't even heard and listened to the concerns that I had didn't read the email, or any of that. You just had your own agenda, so you was just going to proceed with your own agenda. And so I'm really getting to the point where I'm really upset at this point. I'm saying all this, I'm sharing all this information with you because little Mona, or Mona Jr., or the Mona that I used to be, would have just allowed him to go through his antics and just continue to upsell. And I would have, my past self, I would have even signed up for something that I knew I couldn't use. I knew it's not even within the budget, that I knew I didn't even want. I knew that my past self, I would have found myself signing up for something that I didn't even need or want. Because see, little Mona used to go along to get along. I used to go along to get along. And so many times, not only in business, but relationships and life, just decisions, I would end up with the short end of the stick on several different occasions, without putting me first, without thinking about my children first, without thinking about my future, without thinking about my goals. I would go along just to get along. So what am I saying today? What I am saying today is that you have to know within what it is that you want, what it is that you need. You have to be very, very clear in communicating that, whether or not a person hears it, or wants to hear it, or sees it, or doesn't want to see it. You have to know exactly what you want, and then go for what you want. Maybe unpopular. May mean that you sitting at the lunch table by yourself. It may mean that you taking yourself out to dinner, right? It may mean that you're not gonna have a partnership in this business deal. You may have to go at it alone. It may mean that you're in your single season in terms of relationship. But you have to know exactly what you want and then go with it. That's the moral of the story. I don't care what they selling. I don't care what he or she says that they can do for you. I do not care if it's not in line with what you want. You got to go with what you want. Period.